So this is why I think you should have a 1-second draw. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Quentin's in the Gun Guy. This is Unpopular Opinion. This is my opinion, which is probably going to be unpopular, about a 1-second draw and why I think this is a very important aspect in your self-defense / EDC arsenal. Now, before we begin, firearm is safe and clear. This is going to be an important factor for later. We'll be discussing two things today. Number one is why I think you should have a 1-second draw, the reason behind my thinking, and after that I'll be giving you some tips on how to practice it. So before we get to the why, I want you to think of a concept called ambush versus counter ambush. Now this is a very effective tactic. I will be referring back to this in future videos, but if you are in a life-threatening situation, this is a very good tactic to have in your arsenal, for when you are ambushed, to have a mentality to have a counter ambush. So let's relate this concept to nature just to have a better understanding about the ambush concept. So the most efficient and effective hunters in nature is the ambush type of hunters. Now this just means that when they go for their prey, it's going to be the best outcome for them if they use the ambush tactic. Now criminals or evil or attackers, whatever you want to call them, they use the same tactic to make sure that their mission is going to be a success, be it kidnapping, be it a robbery. Basically they don't want to do nice things to you, so that's going to be their mission. So in order to accomplish their mission, they're going to employ a ambush tactic. A little bit of situational awareness goes a long way in reducing this ambush advantage that your attacker potentially has. So just not having your head buried in your phone is going to be a good deciding factor in whether you are ambushed or not. So this won't be discussed in this video, but it will be discussed in a future video. But we're going to focus on the 1-second draw, meaning that the worst case scenario has happened. You have been ambushed. In a violent country like South Africa, an unlawful attack on you is going to be quick and is going to be violent. So that leaves you with very little space for maneuverability in the sense of protecting yourself. So with this violent attack, you're probably going to have a very small window to do something, either to get away or to defend your life. Now, let's say everything has gone wrong completely from your situational awareness break and then maybe a defensive break. So the last resort will always be to go for a weapon. You always want to have either a verbal resolve, or you just want to hand over your stuff and then that's the end of it. So never take a life for the protection of property. That's not how the law works, and that's not how your mentality should be. So if they just want your stuff, just give it to them and move on. But if it's a threat in your life, then it's a completely different story. But thinking about that small window of opportunity that you might have, might not have, if it comes up, for you to be able to get your weapon out and defend yourself. So that's why it's such an important thing to practice as well. So having a very quick draw on whichever weapon that you're running. I'm not gonna specify right now, but whichever weapon system you're running, if you have a quick draw on it and you're able to defend your life, you are probably going to save your life, and even better than that, you're going to save someone else's life, be it someone that you love or someone that's very close to you. So that's reason enough for you to be able to have a 1-second draw and to practice it at home. A good way to practice the 1-second draw is to dry fire. You can either do this with a firearm, that's where dry firing comes from, or you can practice it with your knife as well. If you carry a knife either as a secondary weapon, or if you just carry it as a primary weapon, your primary means of defending yourself. So I would say whatever you carry, you want to be able to get it out and online within 1 second. I do the same test with all the holsters that I review. So a good reference for you to check that you are making that 1 second is just download a shot timer on your phone. If you don't have the proper shot timer, just download it on your phone. It's probably going to be a free app. Be sure that it has a part time. Part time meaning that there's going to be 2 beeps. The one beep is going to go off, and then you can set your time at whatever time you want. Don't just start at 1 second and get bleeped because you can't get it out and online within that 1 second. Maybe start with 2 seconds, then go 1.8, 1.5, 1.2. Work your way down to the 1 second mark. Now I'll be demonstrating the 1 second draw with a bit of gear. So all of the gear that I'm going to show you now I have reviewed in the past, but just for the sake of this video I'm going to show you the 1 second draw practice. So that's with the Southwest Holsters Rattler. The H Custom Carry inside waistband light bearing holster. The H Minimalist holster. The Fox Knives dot. So this is the Delta dot. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you see why I do the 1 second draw test for all of my reviews, especially for self-defense purposes, where a 1 second draw is going to be the difference between saving life or losing it. That's going to be your counter ambush to the ambush, and it's probably going to have a good outcome if you can get it out and online within that 1 second. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Cheers.